What is up, and welcome to episode 11 of the I Am No Jedi podcast. I'm your host, of course, Jeff Lambert, and I'm here with my daughter, as always, Ava Lambert. Tonight, we're doing something a little bit different. I know we typically do Star Wars content, but tonight, because me and Ava are both big fans of Stranger Things, we're going to do a little crossover with some Stranger Things and a little bit of Star Wars content as well. So tonight, we're going to do a couple different things. We got our draft is normal. We'll have a normal draft to start off like we always do, and then we're going to do our top 5 characters and our bottom 5 characters from Stranger Things. We'll do a few personal theories on what we think is going to happen on the season, the rest of the season 5. And I will say ahead of time that there will be some spoiler alerts on here. So please, if you have not seen the latest 4 episodes, probably not watch yet, go watch the episodes first and then come back and watch this. Because there will be some spoilers for sure. So hang tight. We'll be back in 1 second. All right, so we're going to kick off with a draft, and this is going to be a little bit of a crossover draft. So we're going to be doing Stranger Things characters that would make a good Jedi. We're going to do a little bit shorter draft this time because we typically do 5 rounds, which is 10 characters, which is basically all the characters in Stranger Things. So we're going to shorten it up and only do 3 rounds. So a total of 6 characters. Let me go ahead and pull up our draft board here 1 second. All right. Let me hit the draft drop.
Attention, everyone. Let's mock draft.
All right, Ava, as usual, you get the first pick. So what is your first pick for Stranger Things characters that would make a good Jedi?
You're going to hate me. I pick Will Byers.
That's interesting. I didn't think you would go that route.
Oh, really?
No, I did not.
We saw him in the very last episode of the season 4, volume 1, and he blew the entire fandom's mind. So
this is true.
And he's always just been a good heart, I feel like, which is something that Jedi are like. What's the word I'm looking for? Like
they're like innocent. He's innocent, essentially.
I don't really know. You know what I'm trying to say. I just can't explain it. But they're like supposed to be like compassionate, and I feel like he's always been a very sweet character, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's also like he can lock in like when he needs to.
Well, obviously he locked in the last episode.
Yeah, I mean that was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. All right, I'm up next, and I got the next 2 picks. And the way that I thought you were going to go with your pick 1 is what I'm going to go with here with my first pick. And my first pick is going to be the one that's already kind of a Jedi anyway. We're going with 11.
See, I had that on my list, but I wasn't prioritizing her because I feel like she's kind of basic, and I usually do weird answers.
Fair. So yeah, 11 I think is obviously the obvious pick here. She's kind of already a Jedi, you know, with some of the powers that she has. So I think she was pretty much the easy pick there. With my second pick here, I'm gonna go with kind of the leader, right? I mean, he's kind of the leader he's the dungeon master. He's the one that kind of leads the group. He makes a lot of the decisions, but I'm going with Mike here as my my second pick.
He's kind of annoying, though. I don't know. He'd be like the Anakin Skywalker.
He was annoying in episodes 2 through 4, but I think in 5 he kind of redeemed himself.
Season 3 and 4, he was so annoying.
He was a little annoying.
He was so annoying.
I think they've redeemed him a little bit.
He'd be the Anakin Skywalker if he was a Jedi.
I think he was annoying because he was like in love with 11. He was going through that whole weird stage where he didn't know how to have a girlfriend. He was kind of. I think now he's grown up now, and I agree. All right, you got the next 2 picks here.
I don't know if you have these on your list or would you even consider them, but I'm gonna say for my next pick, I'm gonna say Max Mayfield, because I feel like, especially when we see her in Vecna's mind, she just seems like she's know what she's doing, and she's actually trying to help Holly, because she was gonna give up until Holly came.
It's true.
She wasn't even going to try anymore. But when Holly came, she was like, I'm going to help you. You gave me a reason to keep going. So I feel like she's a good character because she's always been for the group and not for herself.
I like it. Yeah, that's a good pick there for sure. And your next pick? And your final pick here.
Let's see. I'm gonna pick probably 8. I don't know. I know she has a name. I just forgot her name. So I just called her 8. I'm sorry. But I feel like she helped 11 like how to like harness her powers, and I feel like she was a good teacher, and she has the group of misfits that she kind of like adopted, like like they're kind of like her new family.
Fair.
Though she gets revenge, but I also feel like the Jedi code's a little wrong sometimes in ways. But I feel like if she was a Jedi, like she'd be pretty good at what she does.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good call. All right, so my last pick. I got a couple different ones that I like here. We probably could have gone 5 rounds, and we probably would have made it.
Someone called Hopper angry Qui-Gon.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes, I like that. Let's put that comment on the board there. I'm gonna go with, because someone just said Hopper. I'm not gonna go with Hopper at the last pick. I'm gonna pick someone a little bit lesser known, and I'm going with Mr. Clark.
Wait, the teacher?
The teacher, yep. I mean, he teaches them everything, right?
Yeah, I guess he'd be like
taught
Yoda.
them about the Upside Down.
He'd be the Yoda that talks normally.
He would definitely be the Yoda. I think he
actually that's kind of perfect.
Yeah, I think he would make the perfect Jedi. Yeah, like I said, he kind of talked about the Upside Down and how it works, and I really think in season 5, spoiler alert, the whole wormhole thing that he was explaining to Erica's class, I think is going to become it's going to become something. They don't just put that kind of stuff in there.
He never teaches something and it doesn't mean anything.
Yep, exactly.
Like if you hear him teaching, it's going to be something later on.
Yep, I agree.
So, yeah.
All right, so that wraps up our draft. Our teams are, so for Ava, her team is Will, Max, and 8. And I have 11. I have Mike, and I have Mr. Clark. Let us know in the chat who you think won that draft there. I think both of us did pretty well. I think it's a tough call right there for sure. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be ranking our top 5 characters from Stranger Things and our worst 5, essentially. But we're only using season 5, so we're ignoring seasons 1 through 4.
And also, I'm only basing mine on the volume 1 because I know that they're gonna get better. Otherwise, I would not have put some of these characters so low.
Yes, this is strictly based on the 4 episodes that got released over Thanksgiving break. And we'll just go through our picks, 5 through 1. Each one of us, we have the same pick, then we'll kind of just talk about them. If not, then we'll just, keep moving on. So I'll let you go first here. You have the who is your number 5 favorite or best character in season 5?
Now, normally this is my favorite character, but this season he's been kind of annoying. I'm gonna say Steve Harrington as my 5. Normally he'd be my number 1, but no, he needs to lock in.
Yeah.
He's too focused on impressing Nancy and outdoing Jonathan that he's not doing his job.
Yes, I would agree with that one for
sure. He needs to focus.
Yeah, he did not make my list, but he was really, really close to making my list for sure. Yeah. All right, so let's see. I went, and this was kind of ironic that I took him in the draft and you kind of disagree with me, but my number 5 pick was Mike. I think Mike's plans, always seemed to work. He was the one that came with the whole plan to get the Demogorgon into the house and get it tagged. And
he's a good character, but just sometimes he's kind of annoying.
But only in seasons 1 through 4. I'm telling you, that's why you got only season 5. He was pretty.
He definitely redeemed himself because at first he was a little strange, but. I do agree that he does do some pretty smart plans, which is ironic because sometimes he's not so smart. But I think that, he definitely redeemed himself this season. And as Will said in season 4, he's like the heart of the party. And without him, it wouldn't be the same.
Agreed. All right, let's move on to your number 4 pick. What do you have for your number 4 pick?
My number 4 is... Hold on, I'm blind. Will, sorry. I was looking at the wrong one.
Will is your number 4?
Yeah. I think that Will, in some moments, not this season, but in the other seasons, was kind of a wimp. But this season, he completely turned around. Like, he changed characters so fast. And I don't say I blame him for being a wimp, because he kind of was kidnapped.
Yeah, pretty early on.
Yeah, he was like literally 12.
He was traumatized.
So I can't say I blame him. And also, no offense, but Joyce kind of babies him sometimes.
This is true.
So he's kind of just raised to be like that. But no, I feel like this season he was absolutely mind-blowing, and he did really good. Yeah. Also, his friendship with Robin is so cute.
It's awesome. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think, beyond just when he became, whatever he becomes with his eyes rolling back and he becomes sort of like Vecna, even before that, when him and Robin kind of rebelled and like left the house, even though Joyce didn't know they left.
I mean, he was piecing things together like it was like nothing. Yeah. He was like, yep, this was Holly, this was Derek. Like, I'm like.
Yep, he was definitely a good character in season 5 so far. All right, my number 4 character, I'm surprised, I don't know, maybe you have him on your list or not, but we are going with Delightful Derek.
I love Derek.
Yes. Originally, obviously, he was a little bit annoying. Obviously, kind of a bully, and I think I spelled delightful wrong. Maybe I did.
Oh well,
it's close enough.
If you forgot the L, it just says Dightful.
It says Dightful. Dightful Derek. There we go. Trying to type and podcast is not the easiest thing.
No.
But yeah, Derek definitely redeemed himself. Obviously helping the kids to escape and just being he was hilarious, right? I mean, he was kind of the comic relief. I would have put him
on my list, but one, I forgot because I'm slow, and two, because I feel like we only really have gotten so much information because he doesn't come until like episode 2, 3. When do we see him?
Yeah, when he becomes a really important part of the kids.
So we don't see him like become important until later on.
Yeah,
but no, I feel like he's a great character.
I think he was kind of the comic relief because it used to be Dustin, but Dustin's
angry.
Yeah, Dustin's kind of angry at life right now, and he's not really the comic relief right now. So I think
Robin's kind of a comedic relief.
Yeah, that's true. She is too. I agree. All right, moving on to our number 3 pick. What is your top 3?
My third one, this is kind of weird because in the 4th season, I kind of found him annoying, and I didn't think that he could redeem himself this good, but I'm going to say Lucas. Because the way he's been, like, actually, like, constantly visiting Max and stuff, like, he's actually been such a good character this season, and I really like that, because he was kind of annoying last season where he, like, became the popular...
the cool kid.
And he, like, completely left his friends, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? So, no, I feel like he's way better character this season.
Yeah, I agree. I think he he almost saved Max. He just didn't realize it. The tape stopped.
She was running so slow. I'm like, what are you doing? You're running like what are you doing?
Yes, that was a little disheartening because we thought Max would be back by now.
All the fans screaming.
Yes, for sure. All right, I am on my number 3 pick, and I'm going with the aforementioned Rockin' Robin.
Ah, yes, Robin. Love Robin.
I think the opening with her, doing her little radio show when they're giving out the hints, that telling everybody that they're going to be doing the burn, and how she incorporated all that stuff into the radio show, and just her overall personality on the radio show was really cool. And then, of course, when she has that really sort of bonding with Will when they're walking through the So I think Robin's character has definitely stepped it up big time for sure.
Because she was kind of wimpy the last season. She was like scared of everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love Robin, but like you're literally in hell and you're scared of earthquakes. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like.
All right, we are up to number 2. Ava, what is your number 2 pick here?
I'm definitely gonna say Max. Like, no hesitation. Max. Literally, the moment we saw her, I was like immediately like, yeah, you are amazing. There was never a time that I didn't like Max, which is surprising because a lot of the characters at one point I kind of thought was annoying. But no, she was always a pretty cool character, and I always really liked her. And her design, like her outfit, while she's in the mind thing,
mind of
the Vecna mind. Oh my god, she looks like an ethereal goddess. Like, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was
And also, I like her eyes look lighter. I don't know if that's, like, intentional, but
yeah, and she really only came in the last episode, right? Like, she wasn't in episode 4 or 3. She was only in episode 4, but Otherwise, she was just laying in the bed the whole time. But
yeah.
she definitely redeemed herself at the end there with the.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, so we are up to number 2, and I made sure to put best character on here, not favorites or not good guy, or because this next one is the reason why I did that. Just best character overall, and I have to go with Vecna
Oh
here.
my god, you with the villains? I
Yes.
can't.
Yes, I love my villains, but I mean Vecna's character. I know we didn't see him until the very end, but he has the complete redesign. He comes out of the gate and just starts wreaking havoc. When he takes the grenades and essentially turns those 2 guys into grenades and throws them into the truck full of gas, and it explodes. And at one point, he looks like Groot. He takes his hand and he basically grows his hand right through somebody.
Yeah, that was a jump scare.
Yeah.
That was kind of traumatizing because it was like so unexpected.
Yes, he was.
That was brutal.
He was pretty bad. That was obviously you got to have good villains to have a good show, and he is definitely a good villain. So
although I didn't like, he was kind of with Will. I didn't like that scene. I really wanted to punch him. Like I always want to punch him, but I really wanted to punch him at that moment.
Yeah, and the funny thing was, I don't know if you noticed it or not. That scene was seen in the trailer, but what he said in the actual show was different than what he said in the trailer.
Oh wait, what
in the trailer he says, "Me and you, Will, are going to do great things," or something to that effect. Yeah. He doesn't say that in the show.
He doesn't? I thought he did.
I was waiting for him to say it, but he never actually said it. So I'm wondering if there's another part that he actually does say that.
Oh.
That might be in the next volume.
Oh. That's not good. Oh no, because
you don't actually see him say it in the trailer. It's like he's holding him
like
up
the background.
Yeah, and he says, "Me and you, Will, are going to do great things together." Or
something. And he just got the bibbidi boo powers, so
yeah,
that's not good. That's not the good.
For sure. All right, we are up to number 1. What is your number 1 character?
This is probably going to be shocking to people, but my number 1 is probably Holly. Because tell me why, this little girl, she's hearing about demons and some crazy dude named Mr. What's-It, and she locked in, like, immediately. Like, Derek and her are, like, the youngest in the show right now, and they locked in, like, in 2 seconds. Like, other ones are kind of like, oh, there's demons, cool. And they're just like, okay, let me just, like, lock in. I literally, they're the only ones with a survival instinct.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, that she was my honorable mention. I had her as my honorable mention because I liked Holly's character a lot too. I mean, a Demogorgon breaks out in her room, basically throws her against her closet.
Yeah,
and she still has the presence of mind to like run to get her mom. And
I
would have had a heart attack and just passed out.
Yeah, I would have died, but not because of Demogorgon, because of pure fear.
Yeah,
like
sure.
I would cry.
Yeah,
she didn't even cry. I would be sobbing.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, she's
cool.
Literally like 12 years old or something.
Yeah,
I would cry.
I don't want to give away our next segment when we do our theories, but I do have a theory about Holly.
Me too. Yeah.
All right, so we are up to my top character, and I'm surprised you had him ranked so low, but I'm going with Will. I mean, Will is everything that everyone's talking about right now. The way he, obviously lifted up 3 Demogorgons in like 3 totally different places, did the whole Vecna thing, the bone breaking thing.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
That moment was pretty awesome, and that pretty much, brought Will's character like toward the forefront, because in the all the other seasons he's kind of the background. In season 1 we barely even see him.
Yeah.
And then obviously in seasons 2, 3, and 4 he's kind of.
I just connected something in my head. So you know how 11 hears about how to harness her powers by Henry?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he hears about it from Robin accidentally, which are very different characters. Because I mean, what do Robin and Henry have in common? So I feel like that's got to mean something, because that's weird, like that. Because he did something even crazier than 11 could do.
He did. You're right. That was...
And Robin doesn't even have powers. She's just here. So
for sure,
that's kind of crazy.
All right, so that is our top 5. So Ava's top 5 from 5 to 1 is Steve, Will at 4, Lucas at 3, Max at 2, and Holly at 1. My list, I have Mike at 5, Delightful Derek at 4, Rockin' Robin at 3, Vecna, and then Will is my top character. All right, now we're going to flip it, and we're going to do our top 5 worst characters of season 5 so far. And as always, I'll let you go first.
I'm going to put... Okay, I know this is kind of surprising, but so far this season, she's been kind of mid. I'm gonna put 11.
Tough. That's
because
tough.
she's doesn't even feel like the main character this season. We don't see her that often.
That's true.
And I feel like the show is basically about her. And we don't even see her.
It's true.
And I feel like there's got to be some sort of reason, but she is yet to, like, blow my mind. Like, yeah, she's way improved since season 1, but I feel like they could have made her character a little better.
Yeah, and I wasn't a fan. I know it's probably going to be explained, but the way they can nerf her powers with that vibrating thing or whatever, that
the kryptonite,
yeah,
what Hopper
essentially
calls
what
it.
they call it. Yeah,
because I feel like it's kind of a part of her, and I don't know. It feels like it's weird.
Yeah, that's a little. I think they're going to explain it more. I think obviously in the next volume, but yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. All right, my number 5 character was one of my favorite characters in season 4. He's been kind of nerfed. He's not even like living in Hawkins, and that's Murray.
Yeah,
he's kind of just a background character at the moment. Maybe he has a bigger part in the next couple seasons. But what's that? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I did spell it wrong. It's fine. We're gonna leave it.
I love Murray, but this season, I mean, he's been funny, yes, because every sentence he says has some sort of joke in it. But we really only see him as a delivery guy. He's just kind of like the what's it called? Give me a second. The thing you do.
DoorDash. He's like a DoorDash driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was delivering his grenades and.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like they should do more with him because he's a really cool character. I mean,
yeah,
he went to Russia and survived.
And he was kind of the comic relief in season 4 as well,
definitely,
and now he's kind of a background character.
Yeah.
All right, your number 4 worst character.
I feel really, really, really bad about this. Because this is one of my absolute favorites. But right now, I kind of want to put him in a chokehold. And that's Dustin. I know your best friend died. But also, you don't have to turn on the best friend that you've known way longer and know way better to, like, cope with that. Like, he needs to lock in. He's, like, not even trying. He wasn't even there for, like, the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I love Eddie. Don't get me wrong. But you knew him for almost, like, half a year. Not even a full year. And I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I have Dustin on my list, too, a little bit higher than you have him. But he's on my list as well. My number 4 is I thought that he would redeem himself a little bit. He's been kind of a terrible character pretty much through season 1 all the way to now. And he had the opportunity to redeem himself. I thought he was going to do something. And then, of course, the Demogorgon just comes and smacks him out of the way. And that's Ted Wheeler. I really thought he was going to do something. He tried.
I mean, all he had was a golf club.
Yeah, a golf club. That's all.
Golf club.
I thought for sure he was going to at least do something. I expected him to sort of redeem himself. He's been kind of in the background the whole time, and I thought maybe he would show up and be like a secret badass. But
also, with him with fighting with Karen, what are you even talking about? Like, your daughter, who's like 12 years old, still has an imaginary friend? That's not concerning to you, and also she's like literally leaving her class to go meet with him, and that doesn't concern you?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Like, that's normal to you. What?
Yeah, I still think maybe he plays a big part somewhere along the line, but as of right now, he's one of the worst characters. All right, you're number 3.
Okay, so I don't know if I would put him in number 3 compared to the other characters. I kind of regret putting him here. But I think I'm going to say Mike. Because, yes, he's way better this season, and he has a huge redemption. But also, we don't really see him fight at all. We see him protecting the kids, which was really cool. But I feel like we didn't really see him, like, actually battle.
Yeah.
Like, he was just kind of protecting most of the time, or planning. Or just teenagering.
I saw something on, I think it was on TikTok, and I can't remember. I'm going back in my brain to see if it's accurate or not, but Mike has not been in the Upside Down yet.
No, you're right. He hasn't. No.
I don't think he's been in there.
He's never been in the Upside Down. You're right.
Yep. So
he's like one of the only characters that hasn't
been. Exactly. So
that's got to mean something.
Yeah. All right, so you went with Mike at your number 3, and I went with Dustin at 3 for all the reasons that you said just a second ago. Um, he's a little angry. He doesn't tell his friends when he gets back that he basically got beat up. Um, so,
but that fighting scene was really cool. That was, I gotta say, I mean, as annoying as he's been, that was cool. Like he tried everything he could,
and he still.
Yeah. That was cool. I gotta say.
Yeah, he's been. I think he's gonna have one of those. I think they're making you kind of like not like him because I think him and Steve are gonna have like this great like reunion where they're gonna realize they're like.
I mean, the "You Die, I Die" thing.
Yes,
that's gotta mean something.
Yep.
If you haven't watched the season, the
volume 2 trailer.
That's what I'm trying to say. Basically, Steve says "You die, I die," and then Dustin says "You die, I die." So
yep,
I'm scared they're gonna. If they die, I'm leaving. You're never gonna find me again.
All right, we are up to number 2. Your number 2 worst character.
Okay, I love her. I really do. But what is she doing? I gotta say, Joyce is babying Will so much. Will is literally in high school. He'll be an adult soon. And I don't even, he can't even, cross the road by himself. Yeah. He's not 2. Yeah, he's been kidnapped, but I feel like he's survived all of these things. He's literally been possessed, 12 times, and he survived. And you're still treating him like he's a 2-year-old. What? You need to, realize he's not a baby just because he's gone through things.
What's funny is he doesn't care that much about Jonathan. Jonathan can be gone for days and days and days and days. And
poor Jonathan.
Doesn't even know where he's at or anything. She doesn't care. But if Will is gone somewhere, then it's a big deal.
It's yeah. I love Will, but poor Jonathan.
Speaking of Jonathan, he is
your number 2?
He is my number 2 worst character.
I mean, he's annoying, but I don't think he was that bad.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. He hasn't really.
He hasn't really done anything, I will say.
Yeah, I mean he's doing the whole thing with Steve trying to compete with
that. What are you doing?
Yeah,
the world's literally being torn apart, and you're trying to get a girl.
Yeah, and he just doesn't have any there's no he has no part of the puzzle so far, right? I mean, everybody has their part of the puzzle. Like Robin is doing the radio thing, and Steve's helping her out there, and everyone, Dustin has the little thing that he created that tracks the satellite thingy. Jonathan's just done there. Nothing. He's done nothing. He's just kind of there. He doesn't do anything. So
I mean, we've barely even seen him. We saw him a couple times, and usually collecting supplies or fixing things.
Yep.
He's not there really.
Agreed. All right, and your number 1
My
worst
number 1,
character.
I don't feel bad about this to the slightest. I'm going to say Hopper. What is wrong with you? Your daughter has magical powers and has destroyed more demons in her life than any other person in the whole world. And you're treating her like she doesn't know anything and she can't fight.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Because,
11's way more powerful than you, and you're doing all the job that she could be doing.
Yeah.
Protecting her from the government, yeah, I can kind of get that. They're looking for her. But she can't even leave the house. She can't do anything. She could snap their necks in seconds. If it's not for the kryptonite, they'd all be dead.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah, I just think he's really trying to protect her because he lost his daughter.
I mean, I know.
But
also,
I agree.
He's just been so annoying. Also, he got the biggest glow down of the century. He looks like Santa Claus.
Yeah. Glow down. I like that word.
Yeah.
All right, and the final pick, and this one's not really a main character, but I feel like they were trying to replace Dr. Brenner, and have that sort of other bad guy in the show, and Dr. K.
That woman.
Yeah, the woman at the end. I didn't really, her character was kind of you didn't.
She was just kind of like the annoying boss that no one likes.
Yeah, Dr. Brenner was when you saw him come on screen, you're like, oh crap.
Yeah,
Dr.
she's
Brenner.
Just kind of
she was just
she knows how to work with the
yeah, she must have invented the kryptonite, and she had that weird thing in the
she has yet
aquarium.
To impress me.
Yeah, so I wasn't
she's
a fan.
She's not dead yet, so maybe she'll get some crazy redemption. But Dr. Brenner had 4 whole seasons for us to get to know him.
That's fair.
She has 3 episodes.
That is fair.
So I don't know if she'll get the build up that they're looking for.
That is fair. All right. that wraps up our top 5 worst characters, and I'll go through Ava's list here. Ava has 11 at 5. That's hard to say. Has Dustin at 4, Mike at 3, Joyce at 2, and Hopper is her worst character so far.
It's sad because I like some of these characters, but no, they have yet to impress me.
For real. And my 5th is Maury, followed up by Ted Wheeler. Number 3 is Dustin, Jonathan, and then my worst character in season 5 so far is Dr. K. All right, that wraps up our top 5. Now we're going to do a couple of our own personal theories on what we think might happen on the episodes coming up here for Christmas, and then obviously for New Year's. And
yeah.
We did already buy our tickets to go watch the last episode in the movie theater.
With
so
actually Princess, who was watching. So hi.
Yes, yeah, Princess, you're out there. You
hi.
Get to come with us. So
yeah.
All right. So give me your first sort of fan theory.
I feel like this is kind of one of the obvious ones. Is based off of what's happened in season 1, where 11 sacrifices herself. The Upside Down is completely closed. You know, Vecna's himself.
Vecna's himself.
And you know, it's all somewhat fixed. I mean, I don't want it to happen because 11's a good character and I don't want her to die, but I feel like it just makes sense that she would sacrifice herself, or will, either of them.
Yeah,
kind of the easy one.
I think there's going to be a sacrifice somehow,
Definitely.
some way. If it's not 11, it's somebody.
It's Will or 11, because they're the ones with the main bippy bobbly boos.
So my theory, and I told Ava this theory, and now I've seen this theory out a little bit more in TikTok world. I think I came up with the first in my head, and then I saw it a little bit more. My theory is that Henry and Vecna are two different people working against each other. I think Henry is still good. I think Henry has a good side to him.
Kind of good, because he's still kind of crazy.
But he's been controlled by the Mind Flayer. So I think, kind of like what Billy was. I know Billy was kind of a bad character beforehand, but I think the Mind Flayer is controlling Henry. And the reason I think that is because if you think about when they're inside Henry's mind, right? When Holly is in that house and Max is there, what does Henry give Holly? He gives her a cassette player and one of her favorite songs. And what do we know about surviving Vecna? You got to have your favorite song, right?
Yeah.
So he gave her the way to get out of the Upside Down or the whatever inside your mind. He gave Holly the way out, and I think that's Henry's small little way of helping them behind Vecna. I think Vecna's still controlling things, but Henry is trying to find his way out.
I have actually 3 other things to comment on that. So another one is when Max is almost able to escape. Henry comes. His voice is almost kind of like different. And it kind of is like weird because it's like Henry, but it's like not Henry.
Yeah.
Like you can tell he's kind of like angry, but like his voice kind of sounds like evil-er.
Yeah, that's true.
And another thing is Thomas, a friend, was actually talking about this because he was like, so Vecna is a D&D character. Like, did he name himself after the D&D character? And you were also kind of saying this, like, why would, like, he never calls himself that.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Like, they just kind of gave him that name, but he, like, almost responds to it. So it's like Vecna is a separate character.
That's
because he's not.
Yeah, I think looking at it from outside the world and looking at it from a director's point of view, they have almost, in our minds, created 2 characters. There's Henry and there's Vecna.
Yes.
And the characters never refer to Vecna as Henry. And Henry is only talked about when he is in his like human form. So
Mr.
I think
What's-It form.
Mr. What's-It form. They've kind of separated those 2 characters. So I think once they get to the part where Henry redeems himself for all the things that he's been doing, and maybe he defeats Vecna or whatever the case may be, I think then we can separate ourselves. Like, okay, that's Vecna and that's Henry, because they've already kind of built that divide between the 2 of them. So I
like the possessed by the Mind Flayer because in season 4 we see he's obviously Henry Creel, the kid of what's his face, the dad, I forgot his name. And we see that, and he's like drawing all these spider-like creatures that look like the Mind Flayer.
Yep.
And he just magically gains powers. which is weird because he didn't have powers when he was born like the rest of the experiments, and he was the reason that the experiments, existed. So he's gotta he can't just gain powers magically. Like he accessed the powers through searching, or at least that's what they kind of
hinted
at.
Yep.
Or he's like possessed by whatever.
Yep. Do you have any other ones that you wanted to mention before we get out of here?
I talk about this with Princess, but you know how Mike creates all the the character names for the D&D players. Holly is Holly the heroic, and she can make, what is it, doors to different dimensions and stuff.
Yep. And you see that in the second trailer.
And the wormholes.
That's true.
And we see that door when she's with Max in the trailer.
And they walk through
they walk through it. So that's gotta mean something, because Will the Wise is a wizard and he gains magic.
Yep.
So every one of their D&D characters is associated with who they actually become.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mike has given them all of their names. Yes. Mike even told Holly that she's the cleric of the group.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So that's kind of, because obviously it's based off of their D&D. Yep. It's all connected. So that's definitely got to mean something.
Yep, I agree. That is definitely a good one for sure. All right, well, that wraps up our show for tonight. I want to thank everybody in the chat for joining us. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button on YouTube for us. Hit that like and subscribe button. Tell us who won the draft that we had in the beginning of the podcast, and give us your top 5 too. Who are your top 5 worst, and who are your top 5 best characters? Just drop it in the chat there. We appreciate it. So for Ava, I'm Jeff, and we will see y'all next time.